in teaching from the standpoint of backward teaching. So I want to put those guys in a fit position from a tackling standpoint. I want them to feel contact. I want them to build confidence in what they're doing. And then we'll work backwards from there. So we always start off like a 1 to 2 step progression. We're going to start in a good tackling position. Sometimes we'll actually start fit with their face in on contact. And then we work from a step or two back. So you can see right here, a lot of those guys have their face into contact. They have their near foot up right there. Really want to see those guys overemphasize. Like if I look at the screen, I like the kid on the left, number 43, really swinging his uppercuts and driving through contact. And again, we're a big get a leg, take a leg. So you notice all 3 guys working on squeezing, trying to lift that left leg. Here's another look at it on the right side. You can see their faces in contact, right? Swinging their uppercuts and overemphasizing, driving their feet for 5 steps. And now you'll see we start to take a step back. So now they're going 1 step into contact. You can see 8 does a really good job. Same foot, same shoulder, getting a leg, taking a leg right there. I'd like to see his face be a little bit more centered mass. You guys can see it off to the side a little bit. But you can see now we're just rolling down the line, working 1 step into contact. Really like 24's footwork. Same foot, same shoulder right there. Okay. Now we're probably about 2 steps back now. Right, you can see 8 wants to get his feet active right there, but now we're slowly backing those guys up. We're working all the same fundamentals. Now 2 steps into contact, same foot, same shoulder on the near hip, near number. And again, really working for driving for 5 steps right here as we get a leg, take a leg. Really good overemphasis by 24. You'll see that right there. Really nice job with his uppercuts. And again, driving for 5 steps right there. Okay, so next, we like to teach how to tackle in space, right? Because everybody in this day and age has got to tackle somebody in space. We call this our 7-cone drill. It's designed to put the backers in open field settings. We have to take space away, keep leverage, force the ball carrier one direction. We want to stay inside out. And obviously, the cardinal rule in tackling, we want to avoid getting head up off possible. Obviously, a great non-contact drill to start right there. You just have to, before you start the drill, you have to identify one of these backers as the linebacker, one of the backers, the other backer right here is the ball carrier. Simple set hit right here. You can see he's working to stay inside out. If there is a cutback, there should be a collision. You can see really good job with the collision point. Same foot, same shoulder right there. So next one right here, really good look. Nice job by 30 closing ground, reducing the space right there. Again, this is a big tackling drill we use early on without pads right there. Really like 18 right there, closing distance, staying inside out on the near hip, near number. And again, you can see he's working the same foot, same shoulder with his feet. Now, as we put pads on, we'll add the agility bag because this also mimics those tackles in space, those speed tackles, tackles on screens, nows, bubbles, sometimes stretch plays, things like that. So you can see he works inside out, tracks a near hit, near number. Some people call that a gator tackle, roll tackle, however you want to define that. Same look right here. Really nice job. Staying inside out, snapping his eyes and getting himself on course. And again, working the speed tackle element of it. Ooh, jumped there a little bit. Good look at it again. So again, we really, really like a lot of us, we want to work tackling in the core, but tackling outside the core is an art and a skill set you have to work. If I'm feeling nice that day, we'll add the crash mat in. So it's the same exact deal. It's just getting those guys to really do a good job of loading up. You can see he's really shooting his uppercuts right there. You can get into a huge debate right here if you want to shoot the uppercuts or palms down. I kind of teach it either way based upon what the guy feels comfortable with, if that makes sense. But I've heard great arguments and conversations for both. But really good look at it right here as far as working that speed tackle, near hip, near number, and working off his hip right there. Next is something we did a little bit this year that I really liked is now we're going to take it into the space. So you can see we've created almost like a reverse L, if you will. All right. Each guy's going to work around the cone. You can see the linebacker really work to close that distance right there. So we're kind of putting together the first 2 drills. You can see he closes distance. He breaks down. Really good strike right here. We're working our scout guys right here. So we do live tackle at least once a week here at Arizona State during the season. Here's another look right here. Again, closing the distance. Really nice job right there in closing distance right there. Don't love his feet on contact. I like to put things in here that you guys are going to see as well because it's not always perfect, right? You can see he crosses over right there. Really good linebackers will keep their hips and shoulders square on contact right there. So again, we're just putting the first 2 drills together right here with this drill. Again, I'd like to see 24 close more distance here. You guys see how he starts to sit in a chair right here. He's got to get out of his break and close more distance right there. I do like how he finishes. That mimics that speed tackling work we just did as far as getting the hip and rolling right there. There's a good look by 18. Cardinal sin time. You guys see how wide he got right there? He got head up. Now, if we get head up on an offensive player, we gave him a three-way go. That's not what we want to do in a one-on-one situation. And we're always working our tackling angles, assuming that we have a cup around us as well. So don't like the head up picture right there. That's definitely something. If you see in your drills, make sure you correct that because that's exactly what the offense wants us to see. Okay, now going into the progression of seeing it during team. And again, this is a good look to start right here. You can see 30 right here, recognizing the jet sweep, doing a great job matching the path of the back with his footwork, staying inside out. Really good collision. Does a good job trying to stay up and take care of his teammates right there, but really good angle. And that's that speed tackling work you saw early. Here's another good look. I love this view right here, this little tight angle right here. Really good fit by 24. You can see he feels the gap scheme right there, gets his shoulder square at the line of scrimmage. Really good job closing ground. Again, we're not in a live situation right here. Right, probably ducks his head a little bit, but really like the ground he's covering right there and how he's closing the distance between himself and the ball carrier. Okay, you can see the emphasis, a lot of what sweep work right here. Right, really nice job right there. Bar young linebacker right here. I'd like to see him finish with the tag off right here, but that's that body position we've been working right here. Where if we're going live, he's going to leave his feet and gator or speed tackle that thing. Right, here's some of the game looks right here. Right, I think this is going to be number 44 right here. Yep, on the quarterback scramble right here. Again, tackling in space. Really good job. Really good job closing distance, like we showed you guys on the drill work, and being aggressive. Yes, is he exactly on the near hip, near number? No, he's not. But as we all know, like football is not a perfect sport. I love the ground he's covering and the angle he's taking right there, close distance right there. Another good look at one right here. Again, you're watching both 44 and 24, but specifically 24. Really good angle, staying inside out on the ball carrier, getting to the bad back hip right there. Again, that's that bag work, that speed tackling work we showed you guys right there. Really good finish right there.